Hey Science 1P51, Ian Gordon here to do a quick demonstration of resources, strategies, tips, but more importantly, the Web of Science core collection database searching as well. As you see, this is our home page and the library, and Omni is right there. But as I've indicated, let's look at research guides by subjects. There's my picture. Go down to Science, click on the Science tab. It takes you right to the Science tab for this assignment for this particular structure. You can look for tips on writing and citing here. There's Zotero Bib with the link that I've shown you in the other video. You drop the DOI and it gives you great. And you can flip styles by using this and pick up other styles as well. So let's go back. Other tools, more importantly, there's these guides or tools on resources that can help you when writing summary a research article. Great resources that'll come in handy. Writing and citing, how to get help, peer review, number of strategies and things to look for peer-reviewed scholarly articles, as well as videos, and a guide and radar, which is a strategy, which is an acronym for looking at the rationality, the authority, the date, the accuracy, and the relevancy of an article, just to make sure that it's scholarly peer-reviewed. The article tab is here. Number of articles, strategies to search, resources, new databases that are kind of neat that you've probably maybe never used before. But here's the databases that I've suggested. Google Scholar, which is quick and dirty, may work for you, but it doesn't have the defining features to filter out things that you don't want. Scholars Portal eJournals is a database which is really good for finding articles that may be in other databases, but allows you to search through the full text of the articles that are in this particular database. You can't do that in any other database. Environment Index you've maybe used. Academic Search Complete is a really neat database. Omni we've searched before for books, but more importantly articles, which are really great as well. Some strategies here, but Web of Science Core Collection is the database that I choose for you to use. So let's click on that link. It brings up and asks me first to authenticate who I am. So the Brock Library proxy server, and it's there so you can use that as well. And here's a strategy that's already put into here. So I put in these strategies just before I searched. I typed in the word food additive, and remember food with an S, with a quotation mark, additive, question mark, looks for the phrase food additive, or you can put in this term in strategy as well. Let's put in Shift 8 for food additives. Let me blow that up a bit. Sweeteners or sucralose or aspartame or, oh, hey, there's a spelling mistake here. Or soft drink or soft drinks. On all fields, I added a row like I could here and put in child or children's and truncated that. I look for that. So I put in all my keywords and phrases that I thought would work. Let's search to see what we get. 1,198 articles. Well, this database is kind of neat because you can analyze the results, you can look at it, you can actually go back to your search strategy and revise it again. So let's look for these words in the title of the article. I want to be more specific, but you can look at words in abstracts or years, publication, address. All fields means everything that's on the page that you see. Let's do it again. 274, but here's the kicker. You need to find things in 2021 to the present, so let's refine. You need to find things under article types. Articles, again, you still have to use your senses of whether it is or not. It's refined by articles as opposed to review articles. There's 20 there. And language is the last filter. Most people search its way at the bottom. They're all in English, but we can refine that by English as well. So we've got 20 articles here. You can get 100. In my example, I used 273. But then you can sort the results. So these hopefully will work, but you can sort them by how many people have touched those records in the last 100 days, the most to least. It's just kind of a measure of how important they are. Newest to oldest, it's another way. I always search relevancy because hopefully they'll be within the date range that I need. I can browse through them. It tells you how many citations have been citing this article since it was published, which is quite amazing. An article published in January 2021 has been cited by other articles, so you can follow that lead. 62 references at the bottom of this article that are live here as well. So rats we don't want. And this is where you can turn, but at any time you can click on the title and read the title, read the abstract, the journal that it's in. More information about other articles that may be relevant. Let's go back to where we were before, and I don't know. Let's look at this particular article here. So through the screen, you can highlight and do a different search to see what articles that are there. I'm reading the titles. That looks pretty sciencey. It's in the Medical Journal of Australia. I don't know if I want medicine. Perceived happiness. I don't want that because I don't want a social science survey, a psychological study, a review paper, or just something that's plain news. And it's only 4 pages long, so I know that that's not right. That kind of looks well. It's a health-related article. So I've got 3 articles, and you can browse through and look at these. Well, that looks interesting as well. Food additives is the name of the journal. But at the end of each page, it doesn't automatically do. You have to add to a marked list. So put those 4 in a marked list. So you can click on the marked list and go to them and look at them again. You can also go back. You can go back to search and look at these again. So let's click on search. Let's change this. So let's look for these words in the abstract of the article. And let's look for these in the title of the articles. So you can flip these around or devise a different strategy altogether. 108 articles. It doesn't keep the filters, so you still have to click on 2021 to the present. We're fine. You have to click on articles because it's a pretty good filter to take out things that are not articles, review articles or book reviews or editorials. And language as well is the last one. I always check with languages. They're all in English. So there's 6 more. So we may have seen these 6. It'll still track the ones we've tabbed and highlighted, but let's look at these. That looks like interesting. Let's grab that one. Sweeteners of Youth in Canada. Perceived, that's that same article. We got another way. So we got 1 more. Let's add that to our marked list. Our list goes to 5. Let's do a search. And what I did was at the very end, I got rid of this line. I put these words in the title, and I looked at these words in the abstract. So you can flip, you can add new words, you can do a different strategy, or you can decide that this isn't working at all. Let's search, but I'm still in the database. 225, let's 2021 to the present. Fine. Articles is again, I know this is a bit annoying, but we can do this. Let's assume they're all in English as well. So there's 18, and I want to sort them this time, not by relevancy like Google does, but how many times people have touched them in this database since they were loaded. Rats we don't want. Decade of Evolution. Sounds like it's a survey. Nope, that's a great article. I like it. Sweeteners, again, it has to be science, not social sciences or psychology or policies or just plain news. There's that perceived health. We just can't get away from that. Oh, let's look at this article. Again, we'll add them to our list. And I think we're good. We've got 8 here, so let's look at the marked list. So we've gone from thousands to hundreds to just a number. What I do is I usually export these or download them. Email is usually an option here, but in this database, they haven't added it yet. I don't know why. So you could email the citations, the abstracts, and links to all these articles before the fire alarm goes off or you have to go. So you're kind of done and you can look at these. But you can highlight these one at a time. Sugar nonsense. You can read the abstracts, health risk, or you can start again. Let's look at this article. We'll read the abstract. Nothing is cited it since. Keywords looks good. You can click it from the publisher. You can take the DOI here. I'll grab it, copy, and go to another page. I've actually got Zotero Bib like you should. Let's put it here. Let's cite using not MLA but APA and okay, and cite. And you can cut and paste this and put this into your project. It looks pretty good. The italicization, the numbers, the quotes, the punctuation actually works well. Let's go back to this article. We get it from the publisher, or you can get it from Google Scholar. What it may have you do is jump through a number of hoops, but it actually finds it. And you can click up the PDF, read it, see if it works well. See if it meets the requirements of the course, and do the peer-reviewed test. Like it says received and accepted. So 2020 looks like it's been peer-reviewed. Has charts, has a methodology, references at the end, so I can download it, and I think I'm ready to go. Just a quick advertisement of Library Yoga for winter term. Hey, If you can join us, that would be great. I love doing that. But more importantly, if you could sign up for the Winter Wellness Reading Group, helping a colleague by emailing this particular person for this group, I'd be really happy, and she would be as well. So touch base with her as soon as possible. So remember all those tools. Use the right database, use the right resources, and remember that not only can you find the right subject guide, but also look at the other video that I've got here if you haven't done that so already. So good luck on your assignment. All the best.